everyone, welcome to the arena in Geelong for the 1997 Continental Basketball Association National Grand Final for Women between the Frankston Blues, the Southern Conference champions, and the Northern Conference champions from Townsville, the Sunbirds. The Blues, they won the CBA Championship in 1993, runners-up in the National Grand Final in 94, so they've been here before. Not so a team from the Northern Conference. The Sunbirds make history as the first Queensland team to get this far. This is how the two teams have reached the National Grand Final. Frankston, the Southern Conference champions, beat the runners-up from the North Southern Districts, and Townsville, as the Northern champions, beat the Southern runners-up, Kilsyth, to set up a Frankston-Townsville Grand Final. Well, joining me in commentary, as usual at this time of year, AIS coach Gordy McLeod. It doesn't seem 12 months since Devonport, does it?
Certainly doesn't. Things gone very quickly, and the basketball throughout the country is even better. Yes,
there's no doubt Australia is a powerhouse. The CBA is to take a great responsibility for where Australia is internationally, but these two teams, they don't know each other from a bar of soap virtually.
No, they don't, and they're sort of contrasting teams because you've got some wealth of experience in both teams, as well as some really exciting young athletes as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the old heads match up and the young ones match up. Frankston's been there before. They're tougher. They're a little bit taller. I think they're going to have the edge, but finals, you just never know.
Well, let's see the starting fives for the both teams. Now, the front courts, I guess, really is where the business is going to be done. McFarlane and Wallace in the backcourt for Frankston. Kathy Dolliver, Julie Ofsosky, the New Zealand international, and Sue Humble, Nee Barton, you'll probably better know her as Sue Barton, up against Sue Ainsbury in the backcourt with Walker for Townsville, Jin Day, Velma Gara, and Trina Roberts, who was a member of the very first Lightning Premiership team in the WNBL. Now, it's going to be a great battle between those respective backcourts. And, well, Frankston, they've got this back up on the bench, and Townsville have brought down their full 12 squad. Referees for this game, Damien Tyers has come down from Queensland and he's operating with Vaughan Mabry. Respective coaches for the Frankston Blues, John Humble is in charge, the husband of Sue, and Norma Connolly, well-respected long-time coach of the Townsville team. Trina Roberts to jump against Dolliver, and it's the Sunbirds who come up with it. Gara gives it across to Ainsbury. So a feeling out period, no doubt. These two teams coming up against one another for the first time. Well, the idea was right, but the Blues take the ball away through McFarlane. She's lost it though. Trina Roberts had her hand on it, goes all the way to the hole and makes it. Alison Walker scores the first basket for the Sunbirds.
They've given them a lot of confidence there to pick up the turnover and then to get a transition baskets. That's the ones you want early in the paint, high percentage shots.
In the CBA, we're playing 4 12-minute quarters. A nice assist inside. Humble, she's a great passing centre, and Julie Ofsosky is the scoring gun. So how are Townsville going to stop that?
Well, it's going to be interesting because they're running a little flex offense, so they might have to switch a little bit, or they're going to have to bump through some screens there.
Nowhere to go, baseline there for Jin Day. Trina Roberts from long range can't score. Jin Day picks up the rebound and gets the points. It's going to be interesting to see how that right knee stands up, but Day puts the Townsville team in front. She comes in under an injury cloud, Jin Day, and she's got the big job of looking after Ofsosky, and the turnaround is beautiful.
Well, that's a sign of real class there, a player be able to get the ball in the post there and turn away and shoot like that. That's going to be tough for Townsville to guard.
And there's a foul called on Frankston's number 14, Sue Humble.
I think you can see Frankston, you can see here good penetration into the paint there. You can see a block and also a hack across the arm.
So Alison Walker goes to the line, just a 51% free throw shooter this year, but makes the first and puts her team in front. No problems there, she's got 4 points so far, Walker. Basket for basket at the moment, certainly does, Gordy. Wallace as they move the ball around the perimeter. Here's Wallace cutting to the key. Oh, a little bit unselfish. Perhaps she should have gone herself when she got the ball down low there.
Yeah,
Soski.
The ball in the paint there is a good high percentage area to score from.
Ainsbury going against McFarlane tonight in the point guard position. There's the interception by Sue Humble. She's got Ososki on her left. Give the ball to Julie at every opportunity. The call, Dolliver can't stick it back in, but look at all the rebounding. 6 points for Ososki already.
Yeah, that's one of the strengths of the Frankston team is their height and the way they get to the boards. And you can see with their offense, they're running a bit of a flex offense and throwing the ball into the big players inside. That's going to be difficult for Townsville to match up with.
A little bit hesitant now, Townsville. Hand on it from Ososki, and the loose ball picked up by Emma Wallace. Dribbles all the way to the foul line, pops it in.
And that's what she does very well. She pushes the ball up the floor, and if the defense sags off, she'll shoot that little jumper at the foul line. Townsville are looking to try and get the ball in to Trina Roberts to get her into the game.
Good catch there from Alison Walker. So she's got 6 points now, and it's 8 points apiece. Not too happy with the defence there, John Humble.
Both teams have started off very well. They're confident in shooting the basketball and has played at a strong pace. The defence is tough.
Ainsbury called for that foul. Now comes onto the floor wipers. Already some perspiration being expended. John Humble too will be on his feet for most of the game. This team, Frankston, didn't look like they were going to make the starting blocks. In fact, they finished 9th last year, 12th the year before, and the association were in two minds about entering the team into the competition. Well, if they take the national title, they've made a good decision.
Well, they certainly have, and when you look at the calibre of the team, it's a wonder they even thought that.
And that's a good roll too for Emma Wallace. And she puts the Blues back in front. 2 points has been the biggest lead in the game so far. But Trina Roberts has not been a factor as yet, number 14. Taken one shot. Drive in. Fagara not successful. And away goes Wallace. No, this is McFarlane pushing it down to Wallace. Nice little spin move, but good defence on her from Walker. So Townsville making Frankston work on this trip down the floor. Shot clock down to 10 seconds for the first time in the game on a Frankston offense. Foul off the ball on Gara, is it? No, it's on Trina Roberts.
Yes. Really, with the shot clock down that far, you shouldn't have fouled there, but just got caught on a bit of a bump.
Humble takes on Roberts, gets past her well. They're not missing from the field either, Frankston. 6 of 8. It's fantastic shooting at the start of a grand final.
Yeah, it is. It's very good, but also they're getting the basketball in a very high percentage area in the paint with their little flex cuts they're running off on the low post screens there.
McFarlane has had the better of Ainsbury so far. Some strong screens set there and trying to barge her way through is Soski.
Well, the girls are certainly in there bumping bodies early in the game here, and they keep going like this. I think there's going to be a few sore players by the end of the game.
Yeah, well, I said there'd be a feeling out period. Well, it's like that, but not a tentative one. It's a 4-point lead. Oh, this is Ainsbury showing her handling skills. Plenty of time there for Roberts to get a good look at the basket and knock down her first points.
And that's what Townsville will need, is to get some penetration to draw off the bigger plays from Trina so they can free her up to shoot the ball. Now
Ainsbury's got going. Nice interception there. And she's very confident on the dribble. That's a charge though. Humble was solid as a rock right in the path, and I don't think she even saw her there, Sue Ainsbury. The hoop was all she saw, Gordy. Yeah, I think that just shows you what experience. You can see here that she picks her up very good and in a good, strong defence position. And there goes that's Sue Humble's experience there. Picked it up very, very well. 7:12 to go in the first quarter. 2-point lead for the Frankston Blues. just by virtue of the fact that they've only had to come across Port Phillip Bay or around it from Frankston to Geelong. They would start favourites as the three-pointer, the first attempt of the game, misses from Alison McFarlane. But the Blues keep possession. Walker unable to grab it.
Yeah, Pete, they've got a strong crowd here supporting the Frankston team as well. And I think that will help them as well.
Now that's another foul called on Ainsbury. The point guard, starting point guard's got 3 personals and she has to sit down.
Yeah, that's a real worry.
So they've made a double substitution. There's Ainsbury sitting down with 3 fouls. Nikki Turia has come in and Linda Hamilton, number 4.
Well, Linda Hamilton's also a very nuggety, strong player in the point position as well, and she'll take off exactly from the same position.
Emma Wallace. Well, anything they throw up is bringing up pay dirt at the moment.
Townsville are going to have to get him out of the paint.
That's a good foul. Roberts using her body well to force Sue Humble to reach across. Slap her on the wrist.
Yeah, every time Trina's going to be getting the ball, there's going to be three or so players around, so she's going to be in for a very, very tough night.
There from the inbounds. Good play there from Humble. Humble, she got in the way and made Roberts change the shot. Pretty hard on the ball carriers at the moment. Pushing foul. Just reaching in there was Velma Gara for her first foul. They're racking up the team fouls now, 5 on the Blues.
Yeah, both teams are going to have to get a feel of the way the referees are calling the game and then change their style to suit the way they're calling it.
So Alison McFarlane to the line for her first shot of the game.
See, Frankston's pressed up after a made foul shot into a bit of a 1-2-1-1, 3/4 court press. Be interesting to see if they go back to man or zone.
Jin Day was available if Roberts had wanted to pass the ball to her. Now they get her driving along the baseline. Too tall though. Humble gets the rebound. And they're starting to exert their influence now. The Frankston Blues. Kathy Dolliver drives in. Body's been put on the line here. And the ball came off Humble. Even though Hubby John doesn't agree that Sue was the last to touch it.
Yeah, both teams are just going a little bit scrappy at the moment, so they'll need to probably run a play to settle some things down here and get a good scoring basket. And that's just what Townsville have done.
Travel called on Nikki Turia, who Norma Connolly usually brings in off the bench, just lets her get the feel of the game, watching before she brings her in, and then she's turned it over.
Yeah, well, they isolated so she could use her athleticism, so I think we'll see a little bit of that further down the track.
Emma Wallace. Humble hardly has a look at the hole. She knows where they are. They lead by 11 with 1:15 to go in the first quarter here at the arena in Geelong. Townsville, 3,000 kilometres from home. They need to get a few stops and maybe 4-6 points they'd love in this last minute if at all possible. They'd go in with their tails up a little bit at quarter time. Good ball movement. They've got it to Roberts, but the shot's too long. Second shot opportunity with Danielle Stewart, who's come in since that timeout. But they can't hold on to it. Gara has had to work the entire quarter along with Roberts. The turnovers certainly not helping. Townsville 9 to Frankston 5.
Frankston's applying a lot of pressure to the ball handler and also into the post there, which is causing a lot of the bad passes and turning the ball.
Here goes McFarlane, her first attempt from out there, successful.
She's a very good shooter from the three-point line, and she showed it in that, and that really hurt Townsville. 9th
in the league from beyond the arc, 32.6. That's in the Southern Conference this year. Townsville going to get a point in the last minute of play. Turia doesn't get the roll. Frankston have 4 seconds to get the shot away. That would have really hurt Townsville. Didn't miss by a lot from Fisher. So the Frankston Blues, after a very even first 4 minutes of play, then took control and have a commanding 14-point lead at the first break.
They're doing a good job of getting the ball inside there and getting good percentage shots. And you can see there with the percentages there, they're shooting 64% from the field, the 2-point area, and also 60% from the foul line. So they're doing a very, very good job. They're also rebounding the basketball very well, and they're dominating the total game with their defense and smart offense.
A few headaches there for Norma Connolly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't change the defense. She's had to make a sub and take her point guard back out again. I wouldn't be surprised if it changed. And the Frankston coaches has asked his players to crank up the defense and keep the pressure on.
Sosky to Dolliver. Roberts did a good job on her there. She can't afford to reach in. She just had to read what way Dolliver was going to go and keep her body there. So Nikki Allgate has come in for Townsville, number 7.
You can see Kathy Dolliver there has taken over where Sue Humble left off, and they're really doing a tough job on Trina. Kathy plays very good defense.
She's just been called for the foul there, her second. 14 fouls on Frankston, 3 on Townsville. And Humble is going to come back in. Fisher's going to sit down. So they've got a very tall lineup out there. I think there's been a communication breakdown. Just who is going off? Rita Jackson. That's a little better. Inbounds is good. Brennan knocks down the 3. Maybe that will start a comeback for Townsville.
Lovely little set play there. Run a little train at the foul line there and pop the girl out behind the double pick and knock down the 3. Beautifully executed.
Humble managed to keep hold of it. Gara almost to steal. The shot clock's running down to 5 seconds. Dolliver's lost it. Oh dear. They've come back with the ball though. Didn't get the shot away on time.
No, that was a lot better defensive 30 seconds for the Townsville Sunbirds there.
And our lip readers will know that Kathy Dolliver wasn't happy when she ran into that brick wall on the dribble. So they've got to stop Townsville.
They ran the same play again there from the court instead of from out of bounds.
Osofsky was right out on Brennan, making sure she wouldn't shoot the 3. Roberts did well to find a teammate there. This is a 2-point basket. Linda Hamilton.
All of a sudden now, Townsville starting to find the basket, and that should help their confidence. So they've just got to dig deep at the defensive end, and they've got to get the ball out of that position because
that's what happened. The last 7 points until Ty Fisher changed things a bit. Alison Brennan. Back to Hamilton. Now the shot clock running down on the Sunbirds. Roberts reefs it back in, but can't keep hold of it. Fisher going one-on-one with Brennan. Does well there on the dribble. She's very speedy and good ball handler.
Yeah, Frankston do a very good of changing from defence to offensive transition. They're picking up some good transition baskets.
Whereas I don't think Townsville have got one in the open floor, really. There's Fisher. Oh, there's a turnover against Frankston.
I think the constant pressure that Frankston's applying to Townsville, you can start to see the Townsville girls, they're looking a little bit tired.
They arrived yesterday after their journey, and it was a very bleak Geelong they came to. They would have felt very much 3,000 miles away from home, but today dawned a beautiful day. I was running up on the Barrable Hills and the sunny heights, looking down on the fog in the valleys. It was very picturesque Geelong today, and the sun's shining brightly, but it is not really Townsville temperature as Gara shoots from the line.
You get jet lag from that far coming from Townsville?
Well, I guess the Northern Conference, they would never have to travel a distance like that. National finals, seen them go away from home. They've certainly done very well this year. They're on a 7-game winning streak, Townsville, but they're up against Frankston, who have won their last 11 straight. As Gara's called for that foul reaching in on Dolliver. So Roberts is going to be benched for the first time in the game. And the number 15, Julia Harris, seeing court time for the first time. Good catch from Fisher. Gets the basket, the rebound. And then there's a foul, Nikki Allgate.
One thing at the moment, though, Townsville, you can see the ball goes inside there, missing the shot. The referee's called it for holding with the leg. Townsville's been able to stay with Frankston a bit better in this quarter, so they can keep chipping away, get a few stops, and keep making it the other end. They can itch it down under double figures again.
Gara showing us her dribbling skills. Oh, perhaps she should have let that pass go. Allgate was cutting to the basket. Now they set up again. I'm sure Norma Conley wouldn't have wanted to have gone to her bench as much as this in the first half. With fouls and great defence from Frankston, she's been forced to try and get something happening.
You can see what's happening when the ball goes inside to the post. They're triple and double teaming down on the post player.
Gara, the jump shot over the top of Dolliver. Makes it a 12-point game, so millimetre by millimetre they're getting themselves back within some sort of striking range of Frankston. Working really hard on defence, the Sunbirds. McFarlane from the foul line.
Very well disciplined, Frankston. They run some nice little sets down at the offensive end, and they're making Townsville work very hard on defence.
Brennan just rims out. Shoot two, a noted 3-point shooter. One game, she shot 9 threes. That's a Northern Conference record. She was third in the Northern Conference at over 36%. Osowski just a little bit too long there. Hasn't taken that many shots in this half, Julia Osowski.
Well, there's definitely a mismatch in size there in the paint, and that's what they're trying to take advantage of.
Well, it's a foul from McFarlane. A lot of the Frankston supporters thought it was a charge.
Yeah, Linda Hamilton, she puts her head down there and really tries to penetrate hard, so she's trying to get in there to open up some passing lanes for her teammates.
Well, Julia Osowski sits down with just 2 points in this quarter, and Hamilton at the line. Well, if Townsville are going to win it, it's going to be a team effort. They've used every player bar one. So 11 players have seen action in this first half so far. Gara, well, dangerous ploy, but she did knock the ball away from Dolliver.
Yeah, well, when you're getting into foul trouble and you got to put some players through, but Norma likes to. You can see the ball goes inside here. That's gets away there. You can see the girls huddling for the ball, and the referee sees the hands foul. When the ball goes in there, you're really putting your defence under pressure because it's a high scoring area, but it's also a high fouling area. Been very impressed with Kathy Dolliver and her work ethic and the way she rebounds the basketball, especially in defence.
Her first points of the game, making both from the stripe there, Dolliver.
She's contributed in a lot of other areas in the game, though.
Yeah, she's really made it hard for the Townsville scorers, but reaching from behind there, she's picked up another foul. That's her third. She and McFarlane have 3 for Frankston, 3 for Roberts, 4 for Ainsbury for Townsville.
Yeah, John Humble wasn't that happy about, I think, the position that Kathy was in there. And, to pick up a reaching foul like that.
Well, Megara, 34 years of age, but she looks fresh as a daisy. Looks like she could run all night.
Yeah, she's working pretty hard. The foul shooting seems to have picked up too. It's looking a lot better in this quarter. And Townsville's defence has also picked up and created the turnover.
Did well to catch that one, Turia. Wonder if she can spark something. Gara, brilliant move.
Yeah, strong move.
And timeout.
Yeah, John Humble's not happy with the change in the tempo of the game, and he wants to have a talk about it. You can see here she makes a great move, catches the basketball, straight away gets it, uses the glass and makes a good basket.
So the lead is back to 17 points. From about 5 metres, Turia banks one in. That should give her team some heart as they go in at half-time. It was a much better performance from them there. But in the last 2 minutes, just leaked out again. And 15 points is what Townsville have to make up in the second 24-minute period of play.
You can see in the percentages here, you know, both teams have really picked up the scoring in the second quarter there, and Franksto's shooting a very good 59%, but Townsville's also picked their scoring up to 50. Not so good from the three-point line, but there hasn't really been that many attempts from out there. Foul shooting from Frankston, that's absolutely excellent, 85% compared to 63, but they're also getting to the line a lot more, so that even makes that
11 of 12 in that quarter alone.
Yeah, and that's been a vital part of the game, because you can't put as much pressure on if you're fouling and sending them to the line. They're also dominating the rebounds and the turnovers. Townsville turning the ball over way too much, so they'll be looking to make some changes there at half-time and try and chip away to get back in it in the third quarter.
Trina Roberts wins the tip and gets it down to Ainsbury, who's playing on 4 fouls. She can only afford to give up 1 more. And there's a travel against Alison Walker, who hits pretty hard. Not a lot of meat on those bones.
You can see here she starts to drive, and the Frankston player sees there, holds the ground, stands there. She tries to go through the gap, and just not enough room. It'll be very important for the Townsville team to get off to a good start defensively, rebound the basketball, and see if they can start to find the net at the other end.
Nice pass. And Osowski hits her first basket.
There might be a 26 points difference in the score at the moment, but in that timeout, the way that the Townsville girls were talking, they were very determined to get out and really get after it and really give it a dig.
They've been outscored 4 points to 15 in 7 minutes of basketball. Brennan goes for 3. Can she be their salvation from out there?
I guess it gives you a good difference to the two teams, whereas Frankston are really pounding the ball inside and getting it in there, whereas Townsville are really now being forced to the perimeter to shoot long.
2-point attempt from Wallace. Reefing the ball away, Hamilton. It's going to be 3s or nothing from here on in. Linda Hamilton.
So you can see now they're up and they're really getting after it. They're going to be careful not to foul here.
Wallace.
But they have
clear. O'Reilly now.
They've definitely decided to change things and try and really upset the tempo.
Yes, they're really annoying. Like mosquitoes, nipping and biting, and can't quite see what Nikki Allgate was called there, but Vaughan Mabry saw it. Substitution, O'Reilly sits down, and well, Alison McFarlane's had a very long half-time break. Julie Osowski at the line.
John Humble, I'm sure, has brought her in because she knows that there's going to be added pressure, and her ability to penetrate off the dribble should be able to loosen them up.
20 points for the New Zealand international.
Frankston 71-46.
Shot from behind the backboard almost went. Hamilton to Robertson. She could go one-on-one for a moment, but Dolliver's help defence has been brilliant.
Yeah, they're doubling down. Every time the ball goes in, they're doubling down from the weak side and really make it hard, because Trina likes to turn to her right, and every time she's turning there's a player there to bump bodies with her. So that's why she's been forced to pass the ball off a few times.
That's good play there from Hamilton and Brennan. Well, which one of us is going to shoot the three? That's what it looked like there.
Good pressure there in the turnover. So if they can force a few turnovers and start to make some baskets. Basketball has a real way of changing tempos. Scores can come down very quickly. Just shuffled the feet there a little bit quick.
Yes, the 19-year-old Harris has been a little bit overawed so far in this grand final. 25-point lead. Make that 27? No. So Soski missing. That's a rarity. Away goes Hamilton. Nice pass there. Hit Brennan. Full stretch. All gates. Nowhere to go there. Oh, that's good play from Harris. She really threw herself in there and gets the pat on the back from her teammate Hamilton.
You can see the ball goes loose here. She dives on it. The player comes in away. Bumps her in the back.
Soski picks up her fourth foul. Not over yet for John Humble and his team. And maybe Marita Jackson's going to come in for Soski. That is the substitution.
I was saying before, Peter, like 25 points in it, but looking at the way the Townsville girls are approaching it, they're really getting after it. They're going to make Frankston earn every basket.
Trina Roberts has got just 8 points, 4 successful field goal attempts from 13. It's been the difference, and there's another turnover against Julia Harris.
Well, that's been a big point in this game, is Frankston's ability to play good, strong defence. They've defended the post very well. They've prepared themselves very well. Every time it's gone in, they've doubled down, and they forced a lot of the turnovers.
.240 to go in the third quarter. And every time they get the ball, there's plenty of time being run off the clock. And the time certainly the enemy. 25 points down for Townsville as Jackson drives in his foul.
Well, as a coach, that was absolutely picture perfect. They really worked the ball down. They had plenty of patience. You can see they skipped the basket. See how spread they are? And then they get to penetrate the gaps, get the foul.
Substitution for Townsville, 13.
When you have a lead like that, that's the way you really play, because you know they have to come out and get after you.
Marita Jackson, 60% free throw shooter in the Southern Conference this year. He's got 2 points in this game. That takes the lead out to 26 points. Del Magara's come back in to try and spark something. And it's just turnover after turnover at the moment. The uncommitted fans booing that one. They want Townsville to get back into this game.
Well, they've gone to a three-quarter court 1-2-2 zone press, back into man.
Brennan really thumping Wallace there. And in the bonus, it's going to be free throws for Emma Wallace. Nikki Allgate sits down, allowing Alison Walker back in. The other number 6 at the line Wallace.
If John Humble's been teaching these girls how to shoot from the foul line, I think we should get him a job with some of the NBL teams, because their foul shooting has been very, very good.
Hamilton coming up short in this quarter. They've only managed 7 points, Townsville, while Frankston have scored 20. Dolliver over the top, stripped away there by Brennan. Ball's out off Jackson.
Certainly the bodies are going around everywhere, and any loose ball, they're diving and really getting after it.
As is always the case in these national finals, a lot of feeling. Neither team giving any quarter. Well, McFarlane goes sliding, is called for the foul.
Yeah, she felt she got across there, and picture here you can see. Yeah, that's one of the really tough calls in basketball for a referee to make, whether it's a charge or a block. And you know, sometimes they don't go the way.
No call is a good call.
Yeah, but usually in that situation when the ball goes and so on, the call has to be made.
And well, also McFarlane 5 fouls. She had a good second quarter though. Scored 6 points and picked up a bit of the slack after Ovsovsky and Humble were kept relatively quiet. She's going to watch now. 3-pointer from Brennan. She's only made 1 so far in this game. And it's now 1-on-1. And she has to back up. O'Reilly. Humble drives through the keyway. He's done very little wrong.
Very streetwise player. Really very efficient with what she's done. She's done a fantastic job defensively as well, not just at the offensive end.
Oh, good catch. Got up high there, Alison Walker. And a rare point in this half for the Sunbirds. They're forced to turnover. It's turned over back the other way inside the last 30 seconds, and Kathy Dolliver hasn't got up in a hurry. I don't think it's the left shoulder.
I think it's the knee, is it?
Given the left knee a bang.
Townsville with their 2-2-1 press, they're really looking to try and come up with a turnover. You can see he goes down there and she copped a bang in the knee from one of her own teammates. You can see the grimace on her face as she was on the floor.
She's just standing still. The right leg just slid backwards. And she came down hard on the other one. So Frankston have all the time left on the game clock in this quarter, which you'd think they've put the game out of Townsville's reach, outscoring them 22 points to 9. Chance for Chelsea O'Reilly to show us some ball handling skills, and lost the handle. Who's going to shoot the last shot? Brennan off target. Walker flies in for the rebound. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. She would have got the shot off in time. Plenty of applause for the Victorian team here, the Frankston Blues. Something very much out of the ordinary would have to happen here for them not to win their first national title, leading 76-48.
You can see there with the stats, field goal still 50% from the field. Frankston and Townsville's dropped off a little bit. Foul shooting also 83%, very good. Dominating the boards defensively and offensively. 23 turnovers from Townsville, way too many. She's very athletic.
Gara lets go a 3-pointer. In fact, that's the first 3-pointer she's attempted this season.
Penalty number 14 for Townsville.
And now with the team in the penalty. Trina Roberts picking up a 5th foul. There's more free throws to end this game. The last 5 minutes could be long. Ofsowski sitting down. And some of the bench are going to be given a run now. The game, finally, John Humble has decided is in the bag. Virginia Amos, number 5, getting some court time. Farland rims out. Hamilton the rebound. A rare basket for Trina Roberts. She's now into double figures with her first 2-pointer of the half.
Where they isolate her on the wing.
To the line for the bonus, the first 3-point play of the game coming up.
And that's what's going to happen to Townsville. But if you're going to gamble up the floor, you can see they get in the 2-on-1 situation. Strong basket using the backboard with some strong contact. But what's going to happen is if you're going to gamble up the floor, often at times you're going to maybe leave yourself susceptible to some fast break baskets at the other end.
And they're well and truly going to score over 100 points in this game, Frankston. They've averaged 69 per game this year, so they've saved the best for last. Roberts fouled by Humble. Doesn't want to acknowledge it.
Well, Frankston, they're a well-drilled team, so I can understand that you can see the ball gets into Trina here and Sue reaches in. She had good body position, but the hands definitely went onto the ball. But they're a well-disciplined team and they're patient. But in this game here where Townsville want to run and because they're behind, they're throwing up a lot of shots, well, the score is going to pick up. But Frankston have been very efficient with their shooting as tonight's game. Very good experience for Virginia Amos, a young player, and she'll gain a lot of confidence by being able to play in a CBA national final.
Jackson had a look at the 3-point shot.
There's the flex cut I was been talking about all night. You can see get the ball in the strong, but they don't finish off this time.
Brennan comes away with it for Townsville. 3 3/4 minutes to go. The margin of victory is about all that's left to be decided here in this 97 season. The CBA will stay a winter competition with the Women's National Basketball League and the National Basketball League moving to summer. And I think that's a good move. It's a 12-month-a-year basketball. It'll give the CBA a little bit more prominence.
Yeah, it'll be very good. And you know, the CBA has been such a great feeding system for all the national competition, and it'll actually even, I think, make it better because it'll give even some of the players who are 9, 10, 11, 12 on some of the NBL teams, they'll be looking to play in some CBA teams. So I think it'll even make it stronger.
Vicky Frames now seeing some court time in the final, the number 15. Asturia's called for this foul. Taya Fisher, very popular is Sue Humble. She gets a great round of applause sitting down with 21 points.
And they were 21 points, but played with a lot of class and a lot of streetwise, and they had a super game tonight.
14 rebounds as well. And Roberts, her opponent, only got 12 points, or has at this stage. Nell Magara, well...
Showed some good skills though, like she went the other way and player was there, the idea was right.
Could have played the jump hook perhaps, but tried to selfishly pass the ball off.
Lindsay Gaze has a great saying with something like that, especially with an offensive situation. Everything was done right, but it didn't work out. It's like operation successful, but the patient died. And it's a thing that's stuck in my mind, which I use in my coaching as well.
Good opportunity here for Danielle Stewart to play some defence on Trina Roberts.
So some good ball handling skills there, some good dribbling skills.
Well, Roberts was late arriving on the scene there. She was doing up a shoelace, but she intercepted the pass. Missing on the drive, Linda Hamilton.
I really like this about the Townsville team. I mean, like 2 minutes 30 to go, and they're really pushing it out, and they're playing hard. You can see here, the ball here, they're pushing down the floor. Dribbling strong with the left hand, gets pushed in the back and the foul. Gets to the hold. She's going to shoot two shots.
And Julia Harris.
Feeling a bit tired there too.
Well, Hamilton, substitute point guard, has had to play a lot of minutes in this game with Sue Ainsbury fouling out. And she's shown a great desire, a will to take it right at the Frankston Blues.
She's going to be subbed out.
And that allows Christine Arena in the arena to get a feel of this court. And some low fives for Hamilton as she sits down with 8 points to a name. Rebounding wise, Gordy, Townsville haven't been embarrassed.
They haven't, because Frankston is a tall team that rebound well. They get a good offensive rebounding triangle going. Townsville's battled hard, but just the size and has paid its toll.
Arena trying a lob pass in there to Turia, and intercepting was Olivia Frame. So every player has seen court time in this final.
She read that very well and got a piece of it and knocked it out of bounds.
In fact, the Frames are two of triplets. The other triplet doesn't play basketball. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's a bit unusual, isn't it?
I think it'd be one in, all in, but she's decided to be an individual as Turi is fouled and goes to the free throw line.
You can see here, probably a bit lucky to get away maybe with the push off there, but she's going to get to the line. It would have been good in the 3-on-3 competition.
Turia has had a pretty quiet night. Just one field goal and 2 free throws.
Back to man now for the Townsville Sunbirds.
Minute 40 to go. The three-pointer goes, back shot. Virginia Ramos makes sure that it's out over 30 points.
Yeah, it's going right for you, it's going right for you. Well, there'll be one national championship that won't be going north of the border.
Yes. That's very true. It's the first appearance by a Northern Conference team in the women's final, so you've got to crawl before you can walk.
Oh yeah, and they've worked very hard, and they've put 7 good wins together on the trot. They've really worked very hard in tonight's game, and they've just been beaten by a better team on the day.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that Frankston are the best women's team in the country. They won the South Conference final by a whopping 17 points against Kilsyth. And they're going to win this national final by a bigger margin. 30 points the difference now as Roberts is scoring some late points.
No, I think the word to use their team is really a good way to explain exactly the way they play.
A minute to go.
Can they get 100 Frankston? I think that's what the crowd would like to see. Nice little play here.
There's travel. That's been a story of the night for Townsville. 28 turnovers to 16.
And you can contribute a lot of that to Frankston's defence. I mean, some of it has been poor decision making on the players, but a lot of it has also been that constant pressure that they've been able to put on.
Well, I don't know. They might get one more chance to score the 100. Inside the last 45 seconds. Calling the plays, Christine Arena. Frankston working hard for a turnover. These bench players are playing like the grand final depended on it at the moment.
I think the referees might have put the whistles away a little bit here to finish the game.
Turia misses with the three-pointer.
She hasn't had a great night tonight scoring, but she's a very good athlete. She's got some good skills, a lot of potential there, and hope she really sticks at it, because I think she could turn into a very good player.
17.7 seconds to go for Frankston to bring up the ton. And they're just keeping the lid on it on the bench there, but the clenched fists signified it's about to be punched into the air for Julia Osowski.
There's some very happy girls there who've worked very, very hard all year for this result, and it's been well deserved too.
And unfortunately, Virginia Amos travels, so you'd think the last shot of the game will be Townsville's.
One of the things that, you know, the players playing on the court now probably haven't played a whole lot of minutes during the year, but their contribution during practice and at practice and the rest of the thing plays a very, very big part in the overall success of the team. And a lot of people forget how important every member in the team is. And they're only young players, and their time will come, especially playing behind some of the senior players that they're playing with. They've got some pretty good teachers there in front of them.
Christina Arena's only scored 4 points this season. I wonder if she can make this final free throw. And that's cut it to under 30 points. 29 the difference.
Here's their chance.
Yes. It's a no. Misses the easy layup. Olivia Fry. But a comprehensive performance from the Frankston Blues to take the 1997 national title. They outscored Townsville in every quarter to win it by 29. Townsville their first time to the national finals. I'm sure it won't be their last. The game performance, but John Humble.
See a good, happy look on his face. He's worked very hard. The girls are up for the net.
Yes, they've wasted no time. Kathy Dolliver getting up there with the scissors first. This is a ritual, of course, after any championship. And Frankston certainly deserved this one. And they're named for the first time on the national trophy, having been runners-up to Knox back in 1994.
See the stats here. Frankston dropped off a little bit there towards the end there with their field goal percentage, but still played a very good game in that department. Their three-point shooting was respectable too. Foul shooting, 81% from the foul line is excellent. They dominated the rebounds, and that had a big influence on the game with their size. Turnovers, 28 turnovers to 18. Too many turnovers for Townsville, but that was scores from the Frankston's defence. And you can see another thing that epitomised the teamwork of the Frankston team, 15 assists there.
Who do you reckon MVP? Humble?
Yes, I think for the overall game, I think for me, Sue Humble was very, very good at both ends of the floor. But it's a very good team performance, but in a very good team performance, I really feel that she was the outstanding player on the court.
Well, that made 12 wins on end for the Frankston Blues. I don't think they could have won the grand final in any better style than that. And the game MVP, I don't think there were too many doubts about Sue Humble getting the silverware, or in fact the crystal. Congratulations, Sue.
Thank you. It's just a great team effort. I couldn't have done it myself. And this year we've just been the best team on the court, and if someone isn't doing the job, someone else steps up, and it's just been fantastic. It's been a great year.
Did that team camaraderie build up from the rocky start? I mean, back in October it didn't even look like there would be a women's team at Frankston this year.
I think it's probably helped us a lot. The girls have been together for so long now that we all know each other, and we've all stuck together the whole time. But I think it's really sort of boosted us on. It's sort of really helped us. We just wanted it more.
What about coming into this grand final? You had to score, but you also had to keep their gun Trina Roberts quiet. 8 points in 3 quarters from her. You'd be delighted with your offensive game, but defensively, is that what really puts the icing on the cake for you?
Well, if we didn't do it defensively, we weren't going to do it offensively. So I knew I had a job to do. John had spoken to me before the game, and hopefully I did it. I think I did it all right, but you can't stop just one player all the time. The other players have to stop everyone else as well, and we've got a great team, and that's what wins games.
And I think thinking back to '93 when you won the CBA title, before the Northern Conference was even in for women, you won the MVP that game as well.
I don't think I actually won the MVP. I can't remember. I don't think I did.
It's 4 years ago. It's a long time, but I know you played a big part in it. So, you've got to do 2 in a row now in season 1998.
I hope the girls do, but I'm retiring.
You are? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pulling the pin on it.
Yeah.
Well, what a fabulous way to end it all.
It is terrific. Yep. That's really good.
Well, it's going to be a big celebration tonight, no
I'd
doubt.
say so.
Good on you. Sue Humble,
pretty fired up.
Knee Barton, fantastic career, and what a brilliant finish to it. MVP in the grand final victory.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thanks.
Well, Gordy McLeod.
Thank you.
It was indeed a fitting way to finish for Sue and the whole team. Any final words on it?
Yeah, I think just watching the Frankston team play, they used class. They played very much as a team, both offensively and defensively. At the end of the day, that's why they won the national championship.
Yeah, a team victory. Congratulations to the Frankston Blues over a gallant Townsville Sunbirds. But for season 1997, that's it from the CBA National Finals from the arena in Geelong. On behalf of Gordy McLeod, our producer Alan Predmore, and Sue Humble, who's hanging around, she's going to have a big night of it. It's Peter G saying goodbye from Geelong.
No, not favoured by the bounce. Pachoni, Port Melbourne now, he can run. He's told to run. Kick it into the pocket. Oh, Bailey, yeah, they've got that one. That was a goal. Banfield holds it up brilliantly. Oh, gee, there's some thrilling moments there. I think they approve.
Of what?
Of the free kick.
Goodale is loose and half back. Port lead by 4 points. They turned it around, 9 points down at quarter time. Clousie ran into Livingston, who tried to push it back through the legs, tunnel ball style.
That was really slack by Goodale then. That kick wasn't on the left foot. Really slack. The coach would not be happy, Johnny Murphy, with that. It had a great opportunity to set it up.
Umpire Framano to bounce in front of the Box Hill rooms. Badrock goes up. Greg chips it towards Trewella. Good spoil by McNamara, very strong with the punch. Edwards, Trewella again using his body.
Really well, Ross.
Yes.
You're right, he's done a couple of very good smothers and bumps. That's good to see from Mark Trewella. That's what you need from one of your key forwards, at centre forward in particular.
Well, the throw-in was short again, and Bowden read it well. Good work by Cheel. Kelly is quick, he runs, he got tripped.
Yes. Good call by the umpire there. Definite trip.
Kelly looking there for Weeding, and Weeding will be awarded the mark in front of Rome.
Tense moment for the Mustangs.
Very quick, the Port side. The high ball. Who's he looking for there? Sexton actually fisted it out. Dullard pushed off the ball. Zarafa slung. It's over the top to Johnson. Johnson's quick